Welcome back. This is Level 2, Lesson 1 of Pai Lung Kung Fu. Now, in this particular lesson here, in the lessons in Level 2 here, we're going to do a little bit different than Level 1. We're not going to do any review of each class we've done in the previous lessons. We're just going to go to a new technique each week. What this will do is keep the videos shorter, but also too I'm able to go into more detail concerning each technique that we do. Now what we're going to look at today here, we're going to look at the left and right back stance, and we're also going to look at Palm Parry Block. So let's go ahead and get started in that. Break, open leg. Left and right back stance. There again, left and right back stance. Your back stances are all the stances. And how I do is identify it by which leg is forward. So in a left back stance, okay, the left foot's going to be forward. In a right back stance, the right foot's going to be forward. Now to get in and out of that stance here, we're going to a left back stance, we're going to move the left to the right, slide straight out, turn the right foot to the right wall, and it's kind of set back like you're sitting on a stool. Your weight is going to be distributed 70% in the weight in the back, 30% in the front. Your guard is up here, open hand or closed hand. So, now, if you would slide the front foot back, the heels should touch. The front foot heel should touch the back foot heel. And you're going to make this L shape here. So again, I slide this back. They're going to intersect the heels left to the right. Now to get out of that stance, I'm just going to slide back, pivot here, back in my open leg. To get into a right back stance, obviously just reverse. Right to the left, slide out, sit back, make sure the heels are in line, 70% in the back of the weight on the back, 30% in the front, guard up, back straight, just like so, open leg. Now, what do you use a back stance for? Well, just about anything, but I found most people, and myself included, a back stance is good for coming in fast, coming in hard here, boom, okay, but it's also good for spinning kicks. And one of my favorite is the spinning back kick, where you're going to come around here and come in with a back kick, boom, here. You can get a lot of power off of that. But you can throw just about anything out of these stances. But there are certain techniques that are stronger. If you see somebody come out in a back stance here, the left to right back stance, watch for something spinning, okay? Watch for a takedown, watch for that spinning back kick or a spinning fan kick. Okay, just watch for those because a good chance you're going to see it, okay? All right, break, open leg. Good. What we're going to get into next is what I call a Palm Parry Block. Well, it's called a Palm Parry Block. I'm going to get into a horse stance here. Okay, so we've got the left hand out, open hand here, pushed off right to the outside of the right shoulder. A Palm Parry Block, what this is, when a punch is coming in, all you're going to do is open your hand, and with palm of the hand, more down toward the bottom, you're just going to push it. So the punch comes in, you're going to push it. Now, as you push, you're going to pivot your hip to the left. So if I push to the right, I'm going to pivot to the left. If I push to the left, I'm going to pivot to the right. Now what that does is I'm getting the hand of the punch out of the way, but I'm also reinforcing that protection by rocking away. So if something would happen with this, I'm still not going to take the full force of that punch because I'm going away from it. Also, too, what you do as you practice this is you cock the right hip. So if I'm pushing to the left, I'm pivoting to the right, rocking to the right, but there's a little pivot right here. And what that does is it sets me up for my counter. Okay? So I'm here. Okay, if I'm in a fighting situation here, well, let's go from horse stance here. We'll get in a fighting situation in a minute. So what I'm going to do right now, what we're going to do, put the left hand out, and it's going to come right across. We're just going to say the punch is going to be to the solar plex. So you're just going to rock here, okay? So let's just do 6 of them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Now, Palm Parry blocks are great. All right, I like it. I probably would throw a Palm Parry block more than any other block because they're so fast and they're very strong, very strong. When you do a Palm Parry strike, which maybe we'll look at here next time, it's a very powerful strike. So there again, Palm Parry block. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get out of this and we'll just throw a little bit speed and power, more of a fighting situation. Okay, we're back. Okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to look at this more in a fighting situation. So what we're going to do, just to put the two techniques together today, we're going to get in the left back stance here, and we're going to throw our Palm Parry from the left back stance. Now, we're not going to be in a deep back stance like this. We're up in a more of a fighting situation. You can still, even though it's not as wide, you can still distribute the weight 70-30. Approximately, okay? So anyhow, we're here. Here's our opponent here. This is our attacker here. So we're here. I'm in my back stance here. I got my guard up. Now, I can almost make him or influence him enough to where I could have him punch where I want him to. So here, I want him to punch toward my face, okay? I'm looking at that. I got this down low a little bit, this up high a little bit. So he's looking, wow, this is wide open right here. Okay, so he's either going to throw a roundhouse punch, which we'll get into later, or a jab, or a lag from the lag. Okay, so whichever one, I'm ready for it. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. So he's looking at that, he sees it. Okay, what I'm going to do when I see it come, boom, here, just like that. Okay, the punch comes in, I'm going to catch it here, boom, push it to the side here, then we got the counter here. Okay, obviously, like I said before, we don't leave the hand hang out there. Okay, actually, probably on this, I would go here. It'd be more, okay, just like that. Okay, so I Palm Parry come in with a good vertical fist that we went over in our first level. So one more time, we push, boom, here, keeping this up. This stays up here because I'm pushing it. You don't have to push way out here, just where it's going to pass. Never push farther than what you have to. It gives him too much time to recover. So I'm here, push. This comes in, boom, here. So one more time, speed and power. Okay, here we go. Setting him up. He throws. Okay, here. Now, if I just for a demonstration, I'll kind of leave this out here this time. Okay, here, he throws. And I'm here, boom, here. Okay, and we could do that both ways. So work on that. Work on your back stance here. Step out a little bit. So and over. Okay, it's not the same here because our stance is different. You're going to step out, rock it to that side. Hip is cocked. Come in, boom here. Then we can follow up with a lot of things that we can get into later. Okay, so that's our back stance and that's our Palm Parry block. Work them and try to get the feel of the moving back and forth with the Palm Parry, and also to the fluidity of coming in and out of the back stance, the left and right back stance. Okay, that's it for this lesson. So until next lesson, God bless. Great. Open leg.